small assignment I have given, deleting a particular order number in the flight bookings details. No? Anybody tried? Executed? Well, today first I create the script to delete the particular order number in the flight bookings. Then I introduce you another topic, the synchronization. Here I made the code to launch the flights application. Now let me build the code to log in. There's a name property here. We have a name property here. I'll use the type property to identify the sign-in element. Type property submit. I build the code up to login. Now, I want to make Selenium to click on these flight bookings. It's an anchor element, link element. The link text property flight bookings. But here there is a white space before F here. You know, in the link text, the white space also one of the character. Or I can go with the partial link text bookings and click it. Here B in uppercase. So I made the code up to here. We have some records here. Let me create 2-3 sample records. Okay, finally we have some orders here. I want to delete a particular order number. So we have the code up to clicking the flight bookings. Now we are getting this table. First you decide what is the order number you would like to delete. Here I am declaring one variable, order number. I'm giving some order number I would like to delete. Say the middle one, 2110 something. Then we have to make Selenium to find out the table first. The table has rows called TR elements. There is a class property available here. I'm copying the class property of the element. It's my variable name. So we made Selenium to identify the table first. In the table somewhere there are multiple rows available. Somewhere that flight number may be available. There are multiple rows here. So I do not know where is the order number, in the middle or in the first or in the bottom. So first I'll make Selenium to capture all the TR elements. Here I'm creating a Java list. Maybe the name rows. I'm reading all the TR elements of the table. Then I'm creating a loop. There are multiple rows here. I value I'm starting from 1. First TR element I do not require. Then here I am creating one more Java list called columns. A list of web element. Columns equal to rows dot get of I dot find elements by the tag name TD. All TD elements of the row I am capturing into a Java list called columns. All TD elements we are storing into a Java list called columns. The very first TD element contains the order number. So what I have to do here? The first TD element, text property I am reading. If this text property I am comparing with the order number I would like to delete. If this condition satisfied, the text property of the first TD element I am comparing with the order number I would like to delete. If this is satisfied, what I have to do? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The ninth TD element. We have 3 anchor elements inside the ninth TD element. There is a text property available for this anchor element. Here I for icon actually. You please observe there is a delete icon. Delete, there is a white space before D. So now columns dot get of 9, ninth TD element. Inside the ninth TD element, find some element by the partial link text, delete, unclick. I do not want to continue for remaining iterations, break. Let us run this code. The order number I have given 2110. It's clicking on delete button. I cancelled it. See the logic here. Capture all the rows. Start from the first row, 0th TR element we are skipping. Each row has multiple columns. All columns of the row we are capturing into a Java list called columns. So here, this is a 0th TD element. The 0th TD element text property I am reading and comparing with the order number I would like to delete. 0th TD element text property I am comparing with the order number I would like to delete. If these conditions satisfied, yes, this is the order number you want to delete. We want to click the corresponding delete link. 0th TD element, first TD element, second TD element, third, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the entire 9th TD element. Inside the 9th TD element, there are about 3 links here. So inside the 9th TD element, find out the element whose partial link text is delete. Why I'm using partial link text? There is a white space here. Otherwise, if I go with the link text, that white space also we have to use. Inside the 9th TD element, find an element whose partial link text is delete and click it and break. After clicking delete, I'm getting an alert. I want to click the OK button on the alert. So tell me the code. Driver dot switch to alert. After moving the driver focus to the alert, accept this alert. Two 2110 I have given. You please observe that the 2110 order number was deleted. Hope you understood this code. We are reading the text property of the TD element, comparing with the order number you would like to delete. If matching, inside the 9th TD element, there are about 3 anchor elements. Identify the link whose partial link text is delete and click it. Well, it is deleting, but I observe there is an exception coming. Stale element reference exception. Stale element reference exception. Already I told you when we get this exception. We stored something into the Java list. Because of the page has been refreshed or page has been changed, the elements are not available in the Java list now. But your code trying to refer the element available in the Java list, we get an exception, element reference exception. Why it come here? After deleting, we are handling the alert. There is no break. It is going for the next row. Right. You tell me why we are getting the stale element reference exception. The moment when you
it is continuing the loop, and next time it is trying to find the TD element, and that time it is getting that exception.
Perfect. So here, already we stored TR elements into the Java list. As we have built the for loop, after deleting the record, again it is going back to the loop. Say for example, initially there are about 10 TR elements available. Initially there are about 10 TR elements available in the list, but you are deleting one. Hence we are getting an exception, element reference exception. So better you need to use break so that the loop will not continue. This order number already deleted. If I run the code, what happened? Nothing will be deleted. You don't get even any exception also. I'm running it again. In the entire table, there is no order number with the value 2110. Nothing will happen. It will go for all the iterations. No way the condition satisfy. The code was executed, finished, but nothing was deleted because that order number is not available. Because I don't have any else part created. If I created any else part, we get order number not found, something like this. I give the existing order number, say 2111 I am giving this time. I'm giving the order number 2111. It is deleting and break. It will not continue further loop. So you don't get the stale element reference exception now. Still it is processing. The page loading. Yes, the order number was deleted. See, we are not getting any exception now. Previously it is continuing the loop. Again it is referring the next TR element, but one of the TR element is deleted from the Java list. Hence we are getting stale element reference exception. Already we stored 10 elements into the list. One element was deleted. Again the for loop is referring the, because we have the code up to rows.size, right? What is the condition? Rows.size. Initially what is the value? For example, if there are 10, rows.size will have 10. But already one row was deleted. That is not matching. It is going for the next iteration, throwing an exception, stale element reference exception. Right. So in this program, again, I have demonstrated working with the table concept, also handling the alerts. Right. So here we understood how to handle the pop-ups or how to handle the alerts. See here, after clicking delete link, immediately we are receiving an alert. Supposing if the application taking some little amount of time to populate the alert, here we get an exception, alert not found. Here I can make Selenium you wait until the alert is displayed. When the alert is displayed, move the driver focus to the alert and perform some action on the alert. That is explicit wait condition. What is this explicit wait condition? Let me introduce you the whole topic, the synchronization. Note on the next topic. Synchronizing automation tests. Synchronizing automation tests. Synchronizing automation tests. Synchronizing automation test cases, automation tests. Generally, what is the meaning of synchronization? We frequently use this word. Our ideas are not syncing. Your speed and my speed is not syncing. Not matching. See here, while executing some automation test cases, your Selenium trying to find out the element present in some page, but still the page is getting loaded. The application taking some amount of time to load the page, but still your Selenium is trying to find out the element in the page. We get some exception, no such element exception. Your Selenium entered username, password and click submit button, trying to click the logout, still the login page is loading. Selenium trying to find out the logout element, not able to find out the element, it may throw an exception, no such element exception. If implicitly wait available, Selenium will wait. Otherwise, by default, Selenium will not wait to find out the element. How much time by default Selenium will wait to find out the element? 0 seconds. Using implicitly wait, we are asking Selenium to wait for more amount of time to identify the element before throwing no such element exception. Previously, we used to go with thread.c. It is suggested to go with the implicitly wait only when there is a problem in finding the element. If the problem is not in finding the element is available, the drop-down list element is available, still some values are getting loaded in the inner page. But you are Selenium trying to pick up a value from a drop-down list. Element available, we don't get a problem of no such element exception. Selenium not able to interact with the element because some process is happening inside. You receive an exception, element is not interactable. So finally, because of the mismatch of the application transaction speed, your Selenium test execution speed, we get different exceptions. In order to handle such exceptions, such issues, we need to create a sync between your application transaction speed and also your Selenium test execution speed. Say application somewhere taking 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 25 seconds to process a request. I entered a username, password and click submit. Login taking about 25 seconds to process a request. As a Selenium automation tester, will you able to reduce the application timeout? Will you able to reduce the transaction timeout? Application level, I cannot do anything. Only I can able to configure my Selenium code as per the transaction speed of the application. Application code I cannot control, I cannot change it, right? Application taking 20 seconds or 30 seconds to process a request. As a tester, I cannot do anything here. At application level, I'm talking about. But what I can do, I can control my Selenium test execution speed as per the application transaction speed. This mechanism is called creating sync of your automation test cases. What is synchronization once again? Your application taking some amount of time to process a request. Your Selenium trying to interact with the elements present in a page. The elements are not visible. Elements are not loaded. Selenium may throw some exceptions. Here, we have to make Selenium wait for certain amount of time, thread.3. Wait to identify the element, implicitly wait, or wait until some condition satisfied to continue further execution. So we have to configure the Selenium code as per your application transaction speed, then only the test case execution can be successful. This mechanism is nothing but synchronization. Identifying the time gap, the time taken by the application to process a request. How much amount of time our Selenium is waiting to identify the element. Finding the time gap, bridging the time gap is called synchronization. Make a note of it. See, we have to say, listen, we have to make Selenium to wait for certain amount of time or wait until some condition satisfied. Wait until the element is identifiable. Then go further execution. This mechanism is called synchronization. While executing some automation test cases, take the notes. What is synchronization? While executing some automation test cases, the Selenium test execution speed may not match with the application transaction speed. Because of this, a test execution will fail. To avoid this, we have to implement synchronization.
Come again, sir.
Best example, sir.
Sir, repeat.
Understood?
Sir, repeat the definition.
What you understood?
Best
we have
example,
to-
sir, for synchronization.
My delivery speed, your writing speed is not matching now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Generally, these many days you have observed, I deliver one statement. I'll wait until you take the statement. Then I deliver my next statement. Today, what happened? My delivery speed, your writing speed is not matching. So we were not able to continue further. Managing this time balancing is called synchronization. Hope you understood now. Take the
Yes,
notes
sir.
now.
Very well.
So where I stopped? While executing some automation test cases, the Selenium test execution speed may not match with your application transaction speed. The Selenium test execution speed may not match with your application transaction speed. The Selenium program execution speed may not matching with your application processing speed, transaction speed. Because of this, a test execution may fail. Because of this, test execution may fail. To avoid this, to address this problem, just tell me what we have to do. Application taking some amount of time to load the page, but Selenium trying to find out the elements in the page. Still application processing the request. Selenium trying to find out the element in the page. The element is not visible to the Selenium. Throwing exception, no such element exception. Selenium trying to select a value from a drop-down list. Still some values are getting loaded into the drop-down list. Element available but not clickable. Selenium will throw some exception. To avoid this, what we have to do? We have to identify this time gap, how much amount of time application taking to process the request. Accordingly, you have to configure your Selenium code. You wait until the transaction finish, or you wait until the element is visible. You wait for 10 seconds. Some mechanism. Such mechanism is nothing but creating the sync between application transaction speed and your Selenium execution speed to run the test cases smoothly or successfully. So to avoid this, we have to find out a time gap. We have to find out the time gap. Then we have to bridge this time gap. We have to bridge this time gap. This mechanism is called synchronization. This mechanism is called synchronization. A very simple topic, but you will get minimum 1 or 2 must expected interview questions in this topic. The mostly asked interview question here, what is implicitly wait and what is explicitly wait? What is the difference between implicitly wait and explicitly wait? 100% asked interview question it is. You just go through the notes I have given and confirm it is clear, then I'll continue further. I given a paragraph about synchronization, just you go through it and confirm, then we go further. While executing some Selenium programs, the Selenium program execution speed may not match with your application transaction speed. Because of this, we may get some errors. To address these problems, we need to find out the time gap. We have to bridge this time gap. This mechanism is called synchronization. There are three methods of synchronization available in the Selenium test cases. Thread or sweep is one option. Implicitly wait another option. Explicit wait condition is other option. Already we know about thread or sweep and implicitly wait. I have introduced in the code, but I was not given any notes about these two. Let us take it. Take the topic, continuation topic. Different ways of synchronization or different synchronization methods. 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 So what are the various synchronization methods available in the Selenium? The first one, listen. You know there is a class in Java called thread. It provides a method called sleep. You have to give the timeout in seconds or milliseconds.
Milliseconds, sir.
Millisecond.
Timeout in milliseconds. Supposing this is my statement 1. Statement 2. Here I have implemented thread or sleep, say 5000 milliseconds, that is 5 seconds. Then here I have some statement 3. When I run this code, how the Selenium will run this code now? First your Selenium will run the first statement. Immediately Selenium will run the next statement. Whenever Selenium encountered thread or sleep, what happened? Simply the program execution will be suspended for the specified amount of time. Program execution will be stopped for 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, it will continue further execution. See, now my question, this thread or sleep is considering the system behavior, application behavior? Application loading, taking some time to load the page.
No.
Thread or sleep is considering your application behavior?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No. Blindly Java program execution will be suspended, irrespective of the element is visible or not visible. Simply the program execution will be stopped for a specified amount of time, say 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, again your Selenium is not checking the element is visible or not. Simply it is going further execution. The time you configure with thread or sleep is a constant amount of time. Thread or sleep will not consider your application processing behavior. Blindly, simply the program execution will be stopped for specified amount of time. Once the specified amount of time is reached, it will continue, wake up and continue further execution. Selenium will sleep for 5 seconds here. After 5 seconds, Selenium will wake up and continue. Will not check your system behavior. At the time you configure with thread or sleep is a constant timeout, it is not at all suggested. We have an option but not recommended option. This thread or sleep belongs to Java or Selenium. Thread or sleep command belongs to Java or Selenium.
Java.
It belongs to Java?
Sir, Java.
Sorry? Right. It's a Java command, not Selenium command. Thread or sweep, thread is a Java class. Whenever you insert thread or sweep command, you need to add the exception, interrupted exception, because wantedly you are stopping the program execution, right? Wantedly you are interrupting the program execution for 5 seconds. So we need to throw an exception called interrupted exception. The other one, hope everybody know about this, right? Thread or sleep. The other mechanism available in Selenium for implementing the synchronization, what is that? Implicitly wait. What is this implicitly wait? It is asking two arguments here. What are the two arguments? Time units, maybe 10 or 20 or 30 or 40 or 100. Whether this 10 or 20 is minutes or seconds or years or centuries or something you can configure. Generally, we give the seconds. Various time units available. You are saying, say 20. What is this 20? 20 days, 20 hours, 20 minutes, 20 seconds, 20 milliseconds. That need to be configured, time unit. So what is this implicitly wait? By default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to find the element. By default, Selenium will not wait to find out the element. Immediately, Selenium will try to find out the element. If the element is available, find the element, perform the operation. Not available, simply throws an exception, no such element exception. Using implicitly wait, we are making Selenium to wait up to specified amount of time to identify the element before throwing no such element exception. Okay, the element is visible for Selenium in 2 seconds. I configured implicitly wait about 20 seconds. Will Selenium will wait for remaining 18 seconds? No, the time you configured with implicitly wait is not a constant amount of time. The maximum time to identify the element before throwing no such element exception. The other one is WebDriver wait. Actually, the technical class name is WebDriver wait. We call it as explicitly wait. In Java or in Selenium, there is no class with the name called explicit wait. We use a word explicitly wait. But technical class name available in the Selenium to implement explicit wait condition is WebDriver wait class. Make a note of it. Different synchronization methods. Thread or sleep, implicitly wait, WebDriver wait, nothing but explicit wait. WebDriver wait, nothing but explicit wait. Thread or sleep, one synchronization method. Implicitly wait, another synchronization option available in the Selenium. WebDriver wait, generally we call it as explicit wait. The technical class name available in the Selenium to implement explicit wait condition is WebDriver wait. These are the three options available in Java and Selenium to implement the synchronization in Selenium test cases. Take some short notes about thread or sleep. Thread or sleep. Whenever Java program executed, whenever Java program encountered thread or sleep, a program execution will be suspended for specified amount of time. A program execution will be suspended, stop, for specified amount of time. So you know the meaning of the statement, suspended meaning a temporary stop. After the specified time is reached, it will wake up and continue further execution. Already we know about it, many times we have implemented it. We also know about this, let us take the notes about it. Implicitly wait. Implicitly wait. What is this implicitly wait? Take the notes about it. By default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to identify the elements, during runtime. By default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to identify elements during runtime. Look at this one. I commented the implicitly wait statement. I commented this line, implicitly wait. So when I run this test case, by default, how much time Selenium will wait to identify any element while executing this test case?
0 seconds.
0 seconds. Launch the Google application, identify a link, QH, and click it. I'm running it. We know there is no QH link in the Google page. It won't wait for any time. Immediately Selenium throws an exception because by default it will wait for 0 second. Immediately Selenium throws an exception, no such element exception. See, we got the exception, no such element exception. Here, did Selenium waited to identify the element? No. So by default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to identify the element. Using implicitly wait, we can make Selenium to wait up to specified amount of time to identify the element before throwing no such element exception. I'm running this code now. How does the system behave now? I mean, how does your Selenium test case execution behave? After launching the Google, your Selenium trying to find out the element QH link. It's not throwing an exception. What is happening inside? Still Selenium is trying to identify the element. Maybe the page loading or something is happening. By default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to find the element. Because of the implicitly wait, it waited up to 20 seconds. Within 20 seconds, Selenium is able to find out the element. It will find the element, continue further. Otherwise, after 20 seconds, it will throw the exception. Still not able to identify the element, no such element exception. Mostly in real time, we use 20 seconds because 99.99% most of the web transactions will be finished within 20 seconds. Actually, it is industry benchmark, 20 seconds, standard. If really a transaction not responding within 20 seconds, it will be considered as a performance issue. 99% all web transactions will be finished within 20 seconds. By configuring implicitly wait up to 20 seconds, almost we avoid the no such element exception if really the element is in the page. Almost we can avoid no such element exception provided element is in the page or you have given the right properties. Got it? So where you start? By default, Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to identify the element. By default, Selenium will wait during runtime. Continuation. Using implicitly wait, we can make Selenium, using implicitly wait, we can make Selenium wait for specified amount of time, So what is the mostly configured time in the real-time Selenium test cases? 20 seconds. Wait for the specified amount of time to identify elements during runtime. To identify elements during runtime. While executing the test case, that is the meaning of runtime. Wait up to specified amount of time to identify the element while executing the test cases. That is the meaning of the statement runtime. Clear about it? Right. Already we know about this implicitly wait. Take the next one. Explicit wait condition. Explicit wait condition. The explicit wait condition. So you try to understand this scenario. This is some web page. I have two drop-down lists here. Select your country and select your city. And I have submit button. The system designed in a way that the user can choose a country, India, US, Canada, something like. Let's say I selected a value here, India, from the drop-down list. What is the next drop-down list here? Cities belongs to the selected country. Actually, it is a drop-down list. It will list out you the cities based on the country you have selected. You tell me how the software will be designed in this scenario? There are so many countries. User can choose a country name. The second drop-down list will filter and show the cities belongs to the selected country. So that I'll choose a country within the India. I'll choose a city within the selected country, say India. How generally system will be designed in this context by the developers? I'm not talking about Selenium code actually. The development code I'm talking about. How programmers will implement it. Soon after the user selected a country, it will go to the database of the application, correct? Where all countries and cities will be present in the database. Let's say there are about 500 cities, say 800 cities. What your code will do now? Out of 800 from the database, it will filter only the cities belongs to the country, India. Let's say there are about 50. Only these 50 values will be loaded into the drop-down list, correct? So that user will select only the city belongs to a selected country. It will not show all 800. So inner code will be, after the user selected a country, the code mechanism will be, go to the database of the application, select the cities belongs to the selected country, load into the second drop-down list. Then the user can click the submit button, right? Now, my Selenium code is like this. At first, I created a select class object. Country is my select class object to identify this element. Now, country dot select by visible text India. What is the next code I have to build? I want to select a country from the second drop-down list. I created one more select class object for identifying the city element. Then city dot select by visible text. I'm giving, say, for example, Hyderabad. Then click the submit button, whatever it may be. Now, when I run this code, Selenium is able to identify this element, and Selenium is able to identify the element. Statement 1 executed successfully, and Selenium will select the country as India. Immediately what Selenium will try to do? Create a select class object for by finding this element. Element is available or not? Element is available in the page or not? Element is available. Now your code trying to pick up the city Hyderabad, but internally what is happening? Element is available in the page, but internally some code is running there. It is picking the cities belongs to the selected country India and loading into the second drop-down list. Element is available. Will Selenium face any problem in finding the element?
No.
Element is available in the page. Selenium will not face any problem in finding the element. But what immediately Selenium trying to do? Pick up the city, Hyderabad. Say still values are getting loaded. The element is not in a clickable state. Something is happening inside. It is not clickable. But you are Selenium trying to select a value from the drop-down list. You'll get an exception. Element is not interactable. If there is a problem in finding the element, what is the exception you get? Selenium not able to find the element in the page, what is the exception you receive? No such element exception. Here I don't get no such element exception because the element is in the page. Selenium finding the element. Selenium trying to pick up a value, but the element is not in a clickable position. Now you get another exception, element is not interactable. Hope you got it. Online team, you understood the scenario what I have explained here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now my question, does implicitly wait, I increase the mechanism from 20 to 30 or 20 to 40, will address this problem? Will
No, sir.
implicitly wait will address this problem?
No, sir.
No, because implicitly wait will be triggered only when there is a problem in finding the element. Implicitly wait will be triggered only when there is a problem in finding the element. First of all, here the problem is not in finding the element. Element is in the page. Selenium is able to find the element. The element is not in a clickable state. Understand the point? Implicitly wait will not address this issue. Here we have to implement explicit wait condition. Generally, you tell me the condition, not technical code. Not technical code. What kind of instruction we give to the Selenium here? Wait until, no. Wait until this element becomes clickable. When it becomes clickable? When all values are loaded, transaction completed, loading the values into the drop-down list is completed, then only that element becomes clickable. You see in some application, some process is happening, there is a button, submit. You cannot click the submit button. Is the process completed? Button available, not clickable. When the process loaded, completed, then only button becomes clickable, enabled. So here the implicitly wait will not address this problem. Explicitly wait we have to implement to address this problem. Wait until, tell me the condition here, wait until the element becomes clickable. That is the condition. Previously in the alert scenario, actually in the flight application, it's a very simple training application we made. We have about 4 records or 10 records. Let's say there are about 4 million records available in the database. Let's say there are about 40,000 records available in the database. I'm clicking delete button. Maybe internally some process may happen. Your application may take some amount of time to display the alert. But what your Selenium trying to do? Switch the driver focus to the alert. Click the delete. What is the next statement after clicking delete? Move the driver focus to the alert. But application taking some amount of time to display the alert. You'll get an exception, no alert found. Because driver dot switch to alert, but no alert found. Here I can make Selenium wait until the alert is present. Once the alert is displayed, then move the driver focus to the alert. In these kind of practical scenarios, we have to use explicit wait condition. There is no class in Java or Selenium called explicitly wait. WebDriver wait is a class available in Selenium to implement the explicit wait condition. Take the next one, explicit wait condition. Selenium provided WebDriver wait class to implement explicit wait condition. To implement explicit wait condition. Okay, look at this one. In the same flights application, I want to delete the order number 2088. Some order number I have given. What this statement will do now? This one. Click the delete. After clicking delete, supposing your application taking some amount of time to populate the alert. But what immediately SELENIUM is doing here? Trying to move the driver focus to the alert, but the alert is not visible. Alert not displayed. Still application taking some amount of time to display the alert. You get an exception here. There is a chance of getting an exception here. Alert not found. So what I can do now? Implicitly wait will not resolve this issue. Implicitly wait will be triggered only when there is a problem in finding the element, not the other window, not the alerts. Now what I will do here, the SELENIUM provided what is the class name? WebDriver. Wait is a class name. Some name equal to, I am creating an object for the WebDriver wait class. Use of X, give a meaningful name. For example, wait. Remember, wait is not any keyword of Java or SELENIUM. It is my object name. Use of X, I given wait equal to new WebDriver wait. It is asking two arguments. Where you want me to wait? On the window where the driver focus available. How much time? Timeout in seconds. Why timeout in seconds is required, I'll explain. I'm giving, say, for example, 10. Why this timeout is required, I'll explain. This WebDriver wait class, here you know, as per my code, wait is an object of WebDriver wait class. Wait is an object for WebDriver wait class. The WebDriver wait class provide a method. What is the method name? What is the method name? Until, wait until. You have to give the condition here. Tell me what is the condition? As per this program, what is the condition I have to implement?
Alert is displayed.
Until alerts get triggered.
Can I put like this? Will SELENIUM can understand this?
Alert dot displayed.
No. Do you have alert dot displayed anything like that? SELENIUM provided a class. What is the class name? SELENIUM provided a class. What is the class name? Expected conditions. All possible conditions given in terms of static methods. All possible conditions given in the SELENIUM. All possibilities given in the SELENIUM in terms of static methods. Expected conditions is a class name. All possible expected conditions given in terms of static methods. You know static method meaning class name dot method name. What is the first one here? All are listed in alphabetical order actually here. Why alert is displayed coming first? Because they are listed in alphabetical order. What is the first one here? Wait until some alert is present. Wait until some alert is present. Once the alert is displayed, now SELENIUM, you move the driver focus to the alert. You answer me now. Say your application taking little amount of time to populate the alert. Will you get any exception now? Previously, immediately your SELENIUM driver focus, you are shifting to the alert. Very quickly alert is visible to the selenium, fine, you don't get any problem. If the application taking little amount of time to populate the alert, definitely you get an exception, alert not found. Now what is the condition I given in the selenium code? Selenium, you wait until some alert is present. When the alert is displayed, now move the driver focus to the alert. No chance of getting exception now. Got it? Here I explain. I have shown you one condition alert is present. Like, wait until there are many conditions available. So what is this? Wait until the element to be clickable. Element available, but not clickable. You wait. You wait until the element becomes clickable. When the element becomes clickable, then select a value from the drop-down list or click the button. In this previous scenario, I can use it. Before writing this code, here I'll write the code. WebDriver wait until this element becomes clickable, then select a value from the drop-down list. Like, what is this? Wait until the visibility of the element. When the element is visible, then perform some action on the element. Like there are many conditions we can implement here. What is the notes I have given? Selenium WebDriver provided WebDriver wait clause to implement explicit wait condition continuation. WebDriver wait clause provided. WebDriver wait clause provided. WebDriver wait clause provided. A method called until. A method called until for which we have to supply the wait condition. We have to supply the wait condition. So wait until, you have to give the wait condition here. How to give the wait condition? Continuation. Selenium provided a class called expected conditions. A class called expected conditions. Selenium provided a class called expected conditions. This class provided all possible conditions as static methods. All possible conditions as static methods. We have to choose the condition you want to implement. You have to choose the condition you have to implement. You have to choose the condition you want to implement. Right. Like alert is present, visibility of the element, the element to be clickable. Different conditions are given. You have to choose the condition you want to implement. So what is this 10 seconds here? Why I have given 10? See, as per the syntax, it is asking where you want to wait, the page. The window where the driver focus available during runtime, wait there. If there are multiple windows available, on the window where the driver focus available, there you have to wait. Timeout in seconds. Clearly it is said timeout in seconds. I given 10. What is this timeout? Supposing. What is the condition to Selenium here? Selenium, you wait until. Here, what is the condition to Selenium while runtime? Selenium, you wait until some alert is displayed. Okay, Selenium is waiting. Alert is not coming. Selenium is still waiting. No alert is displayed. Waiting. No alert displayed. No alert displayed. No alert displayed. No maximum timeout. What happened? It will never exit. It will never come out. Continue further. It becomes infinite. Wait until the condition satisfied. Supposing there is some power issue now. I ask you, we'll wait for about next 10 minutes. We'll wait for next 10 minutes. If I say, we wait, 10 minutes we have waited, power not coming. 20 minutes we have waited, power not came. 30 minutes, 40 minutes. There should be some maximum time to exit, correct? Otherwise it becomes infinite. Here, you wait until this condition satisfied for a maximum of 10 seconds. In 10 seconds, still the given condition not satisfied, do not wait further, go further. That is the timeout. Hope you understood this, right? In different scenarios, we have to implement different wait conditions. All possible wait conditions are given inside the expected conditions clause, like alert is present, element to be clickable, visibility of the element. Like this, some different conditions are available. According to our test case scenario, we have to choose appropriate condition to be implemented. I'm just adding this code, the previous one directly here. You wait until the alert is present, then move the driver focus to the alert. No chance of getting an exception. Though your application taking some little amount of time to populate the alert, Selenium will wait for 10 seconds to see the alert. When the alert is visible, then driver focus will be shifted to the alert. This is a recommended one here. So this is a little about the synchronization. Here one of the must ask interview question, what is the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait? You answer this question? What is the difference between implicit wait and explicit wait? The notes itself very clearly I have given. When there is a problem in finding the element, by default Selenium will wait for 0 seconds to find out the element. When there is a problem in finding the element, implicitly wait makes Selenium to wait for specified amount of time to find out the element. Got it? Here the problem is not in finding the element. The element is not clickable. The element is not receiving the input from the Selenium. Here I can make Selenium, you wait until some condition satisfied to continue further execution. In that context we use explicit wait condition. When there is a problem in finding the element, implicitly wait helps Selenium to find out the element. The problem is not in finding the element is not in a clickable state, element not in a position to receive the input from the Selenium, wait until some condition satisfied, then go for the execution. In this context, we use explicit wait condition. You know, thread or zip, nothing but a constant amount of time. Got it? Right. Yes. If I use thread or sleep, I mean, you're talking about this one, right? Here also I can use thread or sleep in place of this. In place of this, I can use thread or sleep. Millisecond, 10,000 milliseconds. You can also use this one. You tell me what is the difference between this and what is the difference between this. Though the alert is populated, it will wait for 10 seconds. But what about this? The alert is populated in just 2 seconds. Will Selenium wait for remaining 8 seconds here? There's a maximum time. It's always constant time. It's always constant time. Hence, it is not suggested. Right. It's clear, right? Till this point is clear, right? Now, just I'll introduce this. Tomorrow we'll continue this topic. Here, my code launches a Facebook application. This is the window we are seeing, right? This is the window we are seeing here. At the bottom of the window, I have a link called Messenger. If that element is visible at first shot, if the element is visible to you now, when it is getting visible,
Scroll down.
After login.
when I scroll down the page, the element is visible. What is the element here? Messenger link. Well, here I'm writing the code, driver dot, find the element by the link text, messenger, and click. I'm running this code. We know after launching Facebook, at first shot the messenger link is not visible to us, even not visible to Selenium. Still, it is able to click the element or not? It's clicking here. Messenger, it is clicking. Because many times I told you, we are seeing this window, but Selenium is going to inner HTML page. In the inner HTML page, it is finding the element. In the inner HTML page, there is information about the messenger link. Driver dot, find the element. Element is available somewhere in the HTML code. Then performing an action. Got it? So we are not facing any problem here, right? Here we are not facing any problem. See, maybe some applications can be designed in this way. Some applications may be designed in this way. Supposing it's a very bigger page, very big page. Lot of options are available in the middle or bottom of the window. Scroll down like Amazon, like booking.com. There are so lengthy page it is. Let's assume totally there are about 1,000 elements in this page. In the entire page there are about 1,000 elements. When I supply the URL .com, what actually happens? It is going to the web server where the application code available, Let's say there are about 1,000 elements belongs to this page. All 1,000 elements are getting loaded into the browser page. To load all 1,000 elements into the home page, assume that the application taking about 20 seconds of time. So every user have to wait for 20 seconds to see the entire page. Because so many elements are available, it is slowly getting loaded. Now, if I am a developer, I can design the page in another format also like this. Agreed, there are about 1,000 elements to be loaded, 1,000 elements to be loaded in the entire page. I'll make a code in this way. When the user enter the URL and click go button, first shot the user able to see only this portion. The first shot the user able to see only the top portion, this portion. In this portion, totally there are about only 100 elements. The entire remaining portion has about 900 elements. But if I am loading all 1,000 elements at one shot to the home page, it is taking lots of time. User feels that very slowly the page is loading. In considering usability point of view or performance point of view, a developer I am talking about, a developer can change or design the page in this way. When the user supply the URL and click go, load only the first 100 elements. Do not load all 1,000, only load first 100 elements. Only 100 elements are loaded. Instead of 20 seconds, maybe within 2-3 seconds the page will be loaded. Okay. Out of 1,000 elements, only 100 elements I am loading in the first shot. Within 2-3 seconds the page is getting loaded. User feels it's a very good performance application. But actually everything is not loaded. Only first 100 elements are loaded. The first portion is visible to the user. Now, when the user scroll down, then only load the remaining elements. A programmer also can design the code in this way. Hope you are getting what I am saying. One option, load all 1,000 elements at one shot. Display the page. It is taking lots of time. Maybe the developer can build the code in a way that first load only 100 elements. When really user scroll down, then only slowly load the remaining elements. Assume that our application designed in this way. Okay? At first shot, how many elements it is loading? Only 100. But your Selenium trying to identify some elements available in the bottom of the window. Is it loaded in the inner HTML code? Your Selenium trying to identify element which is available in the bottom of the page. Where Selenium will try to identify the element? In the inner HTML code. The programmer controlling the code in a way that first load only 100 elements. Your Selenium trying to find out the element available in the bottom of the page, which is not available in the inner HTML code. It will throw an exception, no such element exception. Facebook not made like that. Everything it is getting loaded, only few elements are available. Hope you are getting what I am saying. And day before yesterday, 2 days back, we have developed a code on IRCTC application. Table, where is the table? Is it available in the beginning? When you scroll down, then only you are seeing the table. But the IRCTC application also, all elements are getting loaded. Rarely you encounter this scenario actually. But when you encounter a scenario, you should know how to address this problem. When I scroll down the page, then only elements are getting loaded. Selenium is able to find out the element. In this scenario, I have to make Selenium to scroll down a page. The topic is how to perform page scroll option by the Selenium. It's manual, meaning I scroll down. While runtime, I want to make Selenium to scroll down a page. Scroll down for 500 pixels down vertically, 500 pixels horizontally, or scroll a page up to visibility of some element. These kind of options are available. Hope you are getting what I am saying. Rarely rarely we have to use it. In every project, we no need to use it. If really you are encountered a scenario in your application where until unless you scroll down a page, Selenium not able to find out the element, you should know how to build the Selenium code to scroll down a page. Got it? Take the topic. Scrolling a page with Selenium code. Scrolling a page with Selenium code. Scrolling a page with Selenium code. See here, my code opens an application like booking.com. So actually nowadays, in any web application, we are not seeing horizontal scroll. If there is a horizontal scroll option available, it is not responsive design. It will not properly visible on tab and mobile devices. User have to scroll down, correct? Horizontal scroll, generally we don't see in nowadays project. Vertical scroll down we have seen, but we have an option to even scroll horizontally also. See here, I want to scroll down a page. Not manually. I want to make Selenium to scroll a page. 500 pixels down vertically, 1000 pixels vertically, 2000 pixels vertically, or scroll a page until some element is visible. When the element is visible, then click it. How many pixels I want to scroll to see the element register? 500, 800, 1200? I do not know. We do not know the pixels, right? We have an option. You can scroll down a page, these many pixels. We have that option. Better option, scroll a page until visibility of some element. Scroll a page up to visibility of some element. When the element is visible, then click it. You have the two options here. Today I stop here, and tomorrow I'll introduce the topic. Tomorrow we'll write the code for how to scroll a page horizontally, vertically, these many pixels, or how to scroll a page up to visibility of some elements. And I introduce you another topic tomorrow. In addition to this, how to capture the screenshot of a page. How to capture the screenshot of a page with Selenium code. Generally, when you capture the screenshot of a window, your test case is failed. I would like to know how my application appeared when the test case status is failed or some exception coming. I want to capture the screenshot of the window when the exception coming, so that these screenshots I can give it to my next level of the developer. So finally, we should know how to build a code to capture the screenshot of a window, screenshot of a page. These two things we'll discuss on tomorrow topic, so that the first part of the Selenium will be done. First part of the Selenium. Okay. Then we enter into next level object oriented. TestNG, Apache Py, Cucumber, how automation test case are created in real time. In the same manner I explained in the next level of Selenium training, advanced Selenium. See, the first part of the Selenium, my focus is only how to write the code to interact with the elements. That's it. How to enter the data in a text box, how to select a value from a drop-down list, how to read the data from a table, how to select a date from a calendar. These kind of things we have learned. The next part is in real time how the people create automation script, reusability. Completely modularity we have to implement. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, online team. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank